It's Day of the Dead, and you can clearly see and hear people celebrating this holiday. I can tell you a lot of people here just finished cheering and chanting. Donald Trump and Melania Trump just passed by us. The storm here not only causing heavy rainfall like you see here, but also ripping branches off trees. We're going to show you what a distracted driving course looks like. Walking on sidewalks in this neighborhood can be dangerous. If you take a look at this one, you can see the tree roots have grown underneath the sidewalk, pushing up the cement. These magazines, they look the same, but this one is actually a high-capacity magazine. I want to show you the part that's still under construction. If you take a walk with me here, you can see this front portion. I also spoke to a Trump supporter who says he was a little disappointed to hear about the decision. You can see the hundreds of thousands of people marching behind me right now. A lot of them holding anti-Trump signs. Now, if you've taken a stroll in downtown Los Angeles recently, that construction sound is all too familiar. It's called a virtual reality game. That means Pokemon Go uses the camera to put these guys in the real world. Hey, it's no wonder everyone wants to catch them all. Muslims at the Long Beach Islamic Center are praying after their leader received a hate letter last week.
Letter call us the son of Satan, and he said that we going to do just like Hitler did to the Jew.
The handwritten letter addressed to the children of Satan praised Donald Trump and was sent to several Islamic centers across Southern California. Mohammed says since the election he's received numerous threats and is worried for his community.
Some of them, she doesn't want to come to the masjid because maybe the masjid get attacked.
And to prevent an attack, the FBI and local law enforcement are encouraging everyone to report any hate incident.
Be extra diligent and report whatever they think is suspicious, and then let us take a look at it, and then we can sort it out.
LAPD says from January to October, there have been 8 anti-Islam hate incidents compared to only 1 for the same time last year. Here at the Long Beach Islamic Center, people can come here numerous times a day for prayer. Now, they already have surveillance cameras, but Mohammed says they just hope they can afford extra security to keep people safe.
We do not have really a budget to hire, but we actually working on it as in community right now to increase the security and hire someone.
Muslim leaders have a message for their haters.
Despite what you think of me and my religion and my community, I reach out to you to sit and dialogue with you for the betterment of our American society and our country.
The FBI does not have an open investigation, but Woolery says he's confident the author of the letters will be found. For Annenberg Media, I'm Lauren Day. Students at Birmingham High School in Van Nuys hit the road today.
And you just hit that cone.
To learn more about the dangers of distracted driving.
It's tragic. You have to make that notification to a parent. It's the last thing you want to do.
One mother knows that phone call all too well. She lost 2 of her children to car crashes. Both involved a distracted driver.
We had 2 surviving children, and so that projected me out of bed every morning because my first inclination is still to pull the sheets over my head.
And she isn't the only mom dealing with that pain. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the number of traffic deaths nationwide increased more than 7% last year to 35,000 deaths. Gonzalo Aranguez crashed into another driver while trying to pick up his cell phone. That driver was killed.
It's a moment that I recall every day, and it's very difficult to live with.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death among teenagers, and distracted driving's not just texting while you drive, but it can be anything, even turning on the radio. And these high schoolers got to experience that firsthand.
Hardback.
To be able to do this and go through the cones and make sharp turns while doing it, it seemed pretty like impossible.
Aranguez hopes teenagers and parents will learn from his mistake. For Annenberg Media, I'm Lauren Day.
Ready? Shoot!
California is known to have some of the strictest gun laws. This November, there is another gun control measure on the ballot, and many firearm owners I spoke with aren't happy about it.
I'm not saying they're angry. I'm not saying they're bothered. They're furious.
A yes vote on Proposition 63 would require a background check to buy ammunition, prohibit the possession of large-capacity magazines, mandate individuals to report a theft within 5 days, and more starting in 2017.
I think the original intent was that somehow that would have an impact on the criminals in our society not having an ability to create more havoc or damage.
Dr. David Schoenfeld, who was on the Sandy Hook Advisory Commission, and other supporters say the high-capacity magazine ban will prevent damage.
The high-capacity assault weapons do allow a lot of people to be killed in a very short period of time. And quite honestly, from what we heard for testimony, minutes and even seconds make a big difference.
Reloading a magazine quite literally takes a second. So opponents say prohibiting high-capacity magazines will make little difference.
You can have as many rounds as you want, and you can reload as many times as you want.
These magazines, they look the same, but this one is actually a high-capacity magazine. If you look on the back, it holds 17 9mm rounds. It has an extension, so it shoots about 22 bullets. Now, if Prop 63 passes, gun owners will still be able to use a 10-round magazine. That means they can consecutively shoot 10 bullets. Requiring background checks to purchase ammunition is also a big plus for the Women Against Gun Violence.
I think it's a good way to, make sure people aren't buying ammunition who aren't allowed to have guns.
They might not be allowed to have guns, but others say criminals will always find a way.
Requiring a background check is basically just harassing honest people to continue to behave honestly.
Bad guys are bad guys for a reason, and they don't go in and lawfully purchase handguns and high-capacity magazines.
Responsible gun owners and supporters of more gun control can agree on one thing. Safety is the #1 priority. For Annenberg Media, I'm Lauren Day.